Welcome to Mango Bay.
Hello. What do we got today, man? What's
Dude,
going on?
Did you hear the thing about Jagmeet?
Yeah, bro.
Jagmeet and Drake?
Bro, this
Dude.
guy, he's a loser.
Dude, someone's got to check his astrology because this guy has had a rough year and a half or so.
Because
Jagmeet.
first, he was Jagmeet Singh, if you don't know, he was a politician in Canada.
He was the head of whatever, the NDP or something like that.
Right, he was
in
up
Canada.
there. He was like Trudeau's little
Yeah.
boy, right? Big guy. He was probably the coolest brown guy in Canada for a little bit.
No, I mean, Just Rain is that.
Just Rain.
That's always going to be
But
him.
right there. He was
and then he's like in
Jagmeet.
third
Yeah.
place after, whatever that Bindi Johal or whatever the fuck that guy's name was.
Is that
And
the
then-
dude with the turban?
That's the
Yeah.
that's the
Oh, okay.
gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like a gangster in there, and there's like Olive Brampton, which is pretty cool. And then you got Jagmeet there.
Jagmeet is the
Yeah.
guy with the turban. Yes, Joe.
Yeah,
That's
just
what it
Rain,
is.
then just lame.
Yeah.
But he basically was like in politics for a long time. He's no longer the
No, he's nothing. Now
Yeah.
all of his stuff is like former. I'm like, bro, ain't no former. It's like you got to move on to the next one.
It's over, dude.
And what a misstep, dude. The
Future-
view from the sick, not
Bro.
happening, bro.
Bro, sorry. I'm
Not
sorry.
looking good.
The six definitely came back because he was basically first of all the video shows him at a Kendrick concert, and if you know this, remember Kendrick called Drake a pedophile 1,300 times.
Yeah.
In quick succession.
Yeah, they're not pals.
They're not pals, and then Jagmeet at that concert, like us at a Louis C.K. concert,
Right.
right after the incident, just kind of like, what? But the problem is you can't be a secret Sikh.
You really can't, because you're blocking like 10 people's view behind you,
And
they're like,
turbaned up to the
"Who the fuck is that Marge Simpson motherfucker?" And then they turn like, "It's Jagmeet."
It's hard to be incognito.
Yeah.
When you're Sikh, dude. So, and he had that look. He was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
he knew it in his eyes. He knew it was over.
Yeah.
It was party was over. Drake came at him on the DMs.
But you know what's so funny? There's a screenshot that Drake posted, and it's of him just calling Jagmeet a goof. You're a goof, which is like the biggest insult a black person can level at you at this
in
point.
Toronto, it's the N-word, basically.
It really is.
You're a goof, bud.
Yeah.
You're a goof, buddy. Oh, yo, guy, you're a goof.
You're a goof.
Yeah,
I posted
dude.
it. But here was the interesting thing about that screenshot, which is really sad for Jagmeet, is that Jagmeet that just kept glazing him up in the DMs. Post story unavailable. Post story unavailable. Man, thank you so much for the follow. You don't know how much I like you, bro. You're the best, bro. No heart react. Nothing on that.
Nothing.
Finally, he did not leave you on read,
Yeah.
Jagmeet, and he got the you a goof. That's all he got from him.
That is light skin battling, I feel like.
It really is.
You a goof and you a fiend, bro. And I'm not gonna invite you to my birthday party.
Let me just find the exact thing.
The light skin battle, dude. Watch out.
Oh God, I lost it. But yeah, it's really funny, dude.
I mean, he just totally. I mean, he saw his misstep because he was like, after everyone like came at him, I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah,
He was like, I went for SZA.
I know for Sia. Saya.
SZA.
SZA was it?
Yeah.
So he just misspelled her name too. I was like, who the fuck Saya?
Wait, SZA.
SZA. No, let me
Sia.
just see.
Maybe it was SZA.
Let me look it up now.
Hold on.
I think it was Saya, dude.
Never mind. Oh yeah. I guess it was Saya. I mean, he's another singer songwriter. I don't know, dude. Jagmeet. I mean, dude, you already know like these guys. There's a bunch of people already hating on Jagmeet just for being Indian Sikh. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Yeah. It's loading up. But it was Saya. But here's the thing, though, right? It's like, why be like a little bitch about it and be like, I'm so sorry, guys. I never should have gone to concert. It's like the motherfucker's playing in Toronto. There's tens of thousands of people there who are not apologizing for going to see Kendrick Lamar.
It was a packed concert. It wasn't like it was only him.
Yeah, it wasn't at a cafe or
Right,
something, you
yeah.
know?
You know what I'm saying?
Like underground show and Jagmeet got caught. Like, no.
He was front in like general admission in the thick of it.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, dude, it's like, bro, you just gotta own that.
Dude, here's an amazing op-ed from an Indian, no less. Oh, fuck. It's like all virusy shit. It was something like, is Jagmeet trying to be Drake's butler? Hold on. All right, let's just get a regular. Here's the post, right? Here's the goofy thing. And here's Jagmeet's response. I went for SZA, not Kendrick. I was born in this city. I love this city. But real talk, I get it. Oh, real talk? Really? Really, Jagmeet? Real talk? I shouldn't have gone at all. OVO and Drake have lifted up this city and Canada. For me, it'll always be Drake over Kendrick. Peace sign.
He should have added one little thing like, but I love that Kendrick's not a pedophile,
Yeah.
though. That's cool. And that would have, like, mic drop.
I know. Seriously.
Even the crazy 6 Buzz people would have been like, respect, man, respect.
He should have gone harder. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's like, again, it's like, you know, he's just so Canadian about it. You know, please, I'm sorry.
He was such a politician about it. Was
That's
my
what I'm saying.
problem.
That's what I'm saying,
You know?
It was lame. It was lame. I mean, it was like, just, you went, could have been fun.
Yeah.
Could have been funny.
Exactly.
And then he made it into some weird ass thing. I mean, I've done this many times where, like, you know, a girl might be doing a joke and I'm like, haha. She's like, 'cause you don't even like me. And I'm like, yeah, because I hate you, bitch.
Yeah.
And she hates me, but it's like, I feel fun. I feel fine.
Yeah.
It's not like, no, actually, I like you. You're cool. And then, like, OVO, you're awesome, cutie. That makes you feel like not a man. So I just looked at him as a man to a man.
Yeah, it was not a good look, dude. He really looked like a little bitch.
I just want my
like this guy left you on red all these years, even
Yeah.
after you glazed him up in the DMs, you know. And now he calls you a goof, and then you come out with a public apology, like you're a pedophile.
Yeah, damn, dude. You were in. You were fine.
You were fine. You can't get fucking. Yeah, dude. This guy's a pedo. You
Exactly.
know? His most famous thing about him over the past 2 years, 5 years, is being called a pedophile on repeat.
I think I can say over the past 5 years is people who are 5 years. But dude, it's like, again, now I require, maybe for my South Asian celebs, I require, if you're a man, I require some manliness. I require, because now you're the face, so it's like, you know, don't embarrass yourself in a manly level. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do require that. I'm realizing as my uncle transition is like, be a man.
Yeah. Well, this has done the Khalistan movement irreparable harm, I have to say, which is amazing. Because he just kowtowed to a pedo, you know what I mean? And just went into total bitch mode, public apology and everything. I never trusted Jagmeet because he always had, and I brought this up before, he always goes to, it insists upon itself, the dastar. He doesn't have the normal pagri thing that every Sikh has, which is dope and which is amazing.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
You're right. Don't trust a Punjabi with too many turban colors.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
What are you unwrapping for the hose?
Seriously.
For the hose for who?
Yeah. Who are you trying to impress?
The turban.
Here's my pride, the star, you know, for like, shut the fuck up.
Bro. Isn't the tradition like your mom does it for you, and then when your wife comes, your wife does it for you? Like there's a beauty to the.
Actually, I didn't know that.
There's like you grow your hair out, and a turban is supposed to be like a beautiful connection with your wife and you. Your mom in the beginning, when your mom gives you away, then it's your wife. So if you're doing it for like, why are you changing so many colors? If it's not for the hose, bro.
I know.
Stop.
And then when you were going with the blue one, like going full Marge Simpson mode, you look like Marge Simpson, bro. You know, just wear a normal pagri.
There's
like,
one where he had
normal...
like a Hamburglar tumor on, or grimace tumor, whatever. Grimace tumor. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop with the colorful.
Yeah. He's got the watermelon ones for Palestine. You know, he's got like different themed ones. You know,
BLM.
Yeah,
BLM turban.
It's like, dude, get a grip. Also, this guy tucks his flannel shirts into his jeans. I'm like, you're a dork.
Yeah, he's a dork. And he's always been a dork. But again, if he was like fighting for justice, I'm always for dorks for justice.
Yeah.
You know? Dorks of justice, DOJ.
I think that's pretty much the whole movement, though. It's only dorks for justice at this point.
I know.
Everyone's like, no, let's win, dog. Let's fucking win.
Dude. Why does everyone who bang have to be also a piece of shit
I
now?
know.
All the virgins are like on the right side of history.
I know.
I guess when you're not fucking, you have time to think about Mexicans, you know, and be like, what are they up to? Are they okay? JK, obviously, but yeah.
Being left on red. And you're like, wonder what the Mexicans are up to. Let's check in on them. What the hell?
Dude, whoa. If you guys
coming to the rescue, buddy.
Yeah. Trying to put on my green, white, red turban.
Exactly. my sombrero turban.
Oh God, it's got the little like jaggedy thing, that little design.
Yeah.
Dude, he is kind of, it's just a loser vibe. And I just like, dude, this doesn't need to be a scandal, but it's like, dude, it was so lame it became newsworthy. Like, you were so lame in that moment that it was a news item. And he already got clowned by 6 Buzz TV. I don't know if you know about 6 Buzz TV. It's like the most
How did they clown him?
horrendous racist. They already hate Indians.
Okay,
already. They're already throwing down on Indians constantly. And then they had this, and it was just this like, oh, yeah, man. Oh, this youth crazy, man.
I thought 6 Buzz TV was like Punjabis.
No, 6 Buzz.
6 Buzz.
SIX
Okay.
Buzz TV is like a horrendous, super... It's like run by teenagers who like
Okay.
hate black, like all Indians in Canada, and like they're misogynist as fuck, and they like hate Trudeau, and they're just super...
Indians in Canada are having a rough time.
Yeah.
And like that's Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they're polite.
I mean, Indians are the Mexicans of Canada in Canada.
I think so. I think Punjabis are.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Punjabi Indians are the Mexicans of Canada.
Yeah.
There's the working
but
class.
my point is that like the Indian, right? Because then you have the Jagmeet, like the Khalistan types,
Yeah.
right? And they also hit shit on the Indians.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of the hate crimes are from the Khalistanis.
Of course. I mean, those would-be gangsters, sort of,
Yeah.
the fake gangsters. Then I'm reading some news stuff about Muswala, how he was like courting death from like one gangster, like said,
Yeah.
I did it. It's like,
Yeah.
Punjabis.
You guys need to calm down.
Y'all eat lentils and stuff.
Yeah,
Stop.
I know. Seriously.
Relax. Tabla and lentils. That's
So
y'all.
lay off the hoodie merch a little bit, dogs. You know?
That's why I like Bengali, Bangladeshi like guerrilla fighters. They were like in lungis and they were fighting in lungis. Like I like that. You don't need to be all like gangster, bro. Like we're not a gangster people.
I know, but Punjab is the Staten Island of India. You know,
Yeah.
that is like their energy. It's like the Jersey Shore. Vibes,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
very
all
machismo.
Machismo, blue collar.
Yeah.
And going to the wrong concerts.
The Bengalis are like the arty nerds. They're like, I like poetry.
Right, the Hindu
Making
Bengalis
movies.
in India, very, very
Yeah,
artsy.
that's true.
And then there's also a lot of artists in Muslim Bengal, but like, we were like, the ones who were fighting that are Muslim were like, just fucking like, how do I turn this around? If without Indians, we would have known, we would have just like sucked the dick of the gun probably. So thanks, India, for the help.
Or
'Cause again,
not.
I'm saying that's a good thing. I don't like that we would have to bring out guns. Like people
course.
should not have to know guns. Like ideally,
of
we just hang out and fucking sing
course.
about squash. But
Of course. But yeah, Jagmeet, and by extension, has done now all Indians a huge disservice in Canada. They are already on the tough receiving end of shit. You know what I mean?
do his bad. Will the main Indian Trudeau stand up? Will
I know.
he fix
Seriously,
this?
what's he going to do about this?
What's he gonna do? Anyway, like, regardless, Jagmeet, that was an L for all of us. I felt the L from across the nation, and hopefully you have a black turban for your mourning of
For
your
shame?
own. Yeah, for shame, or the death of your manhood. Okay.